I'm Charlotte.
I'm Belle.
And we're the Phage Sisters. Do you want to see me do an impression of Bambi's mum?
Charlotte.
Hi guys, and welcome to a video. I'm genuinely still not sure exactly what we're doing, so I don't know if I've made my list right. But we're doing top 5 non-ride things at Walt Disney World.
That is correct.
I also just need to address the fact that I brushed my hair for once and it looked really good in the mirror, and now I'm on camera and it looks terrible, but it's so frizzy and I can't stop touching it, so I need to apologise if I keep touching my hair. But I was like, I'm gonna get au naturel, and it looked really nice, and now it doesn't. This piece is annoying me so
I didn't brush
much.
my hair because I didn't want to look like Simba, so.
Don't you think adult Simba looks like Wes?
Wes!
So yes, my top 5 non-rides. I feel like I went for a very different vibe to you.
Well, that's fine. I'm me, you're you. Those are your opinions, these are mine.
That's my opinion! So, did you want to try and guess?
No, because I literally have no idea.
It's too broad and vast, isn't it, to try and guess?
Yes, but when I had the list in front of me, I was like, she's got to guess at least one of these.
I feel like you might guess one, but... Okay, so number 5 on my top 5 favourite things that aren't rides at Walt Disney World are the chicken dumplings you can get from the China stall at the Food and Wine Festival.
Oh my god, is your list just food? I mean, no,
But I mean, like, where's the lie? It changed my life. I waited like 2 years for them, and they are so good.
Chicken dumplings.
Specifically those ones, they taste really good. Are they worth the price? Yes, even though they are overpriced, but they are so good. Number 4 is a seasonal thing. It is the tree trail at Disney Springs. Or Dodney Sprongs, as I like to call it.
Dodney Sprongs.
Nice.
Nice.
We did it obviously for the first year in January, and it's free to go and free to do, and I can't remember how many trees they had.
So many.
They had so many, but they were so, the boards that surrounded them were themed, the floor was themed, everything was themed, and it was just so cool to see the way that they had been decorated. The more you looked, the more you noticed, and I just really like the fact that it was something different. I can imagine like around the time of Christmas, and then they make it snow, because obviously we went after Christmas when they make it snow. If you have like a hot chocolate, you're there in the evening, I imagine it's cute.
Nice.
And all the boards that surround it have like posters on it. They're like old-fashioned advertisement for services that the characters could provide.
Yeah, that was cool.
And I love that kind of thing. That's really like a specific thing to really like, but I really like that kind of things. Number 3, excuse me, is the Wonderful World of Animation at Hollywood Studios. Annabelle's thinking, what is that? So the Wonderful World, you have seen it, of animation at Hollywood Studios is the projection show that happens before the Star Wars fireworks.
Ah, yes, I remember well.
And it's just a celebration of basically all of their movies and all of their characters. It goes on really around you, basically. It goes on around you, so they mention, so many films get a mention, I think basically almost every single one. Like there's a whole Emperor's New Groove section, which was just the greatest thing ever. So films like that, I think maybe Atlantis gets a moment, and Treasure Planet, and so those films that we grew up with that we really like.
Did Meet the Robinsons though? I don't think so. Did Home on the Range?
Chicken Little, I think, has at least one.
Did Home
Doesn't he
on
go,
the Range?
Are you ready to rock.
Oh.
Ain't no mountain high enough. Tic Tac.
Oh my god, I love those films.
But yeah, and there's so much to watch, so if you're going to watch it, go more than once. And they play all the music, and then at the end, Mickey Mouse is there, and he goes from the original version of him to the version he is now. And I cried the first time I watched it, because I was like, I love Disney so much. And I just, it's really nice, basically. It's, you know, you sit and you watch it and you think, oh, I'm gonna go home and watch that film now, and I'm gonna watch that. And then you don't, because you're at Disney and you're shattered. You know, I think it's really difficult for them when they are putting together shows and parades and fireworks and this kind of thing to decide what movies should be represented. So Happily Ever After, I enjoy it, but not every film is mentioned, and sometimes I think, well, why does that film have such a big segment? Why did they choose that? You know, and I would rather have an Emperor's New Groove section, but obviously they have to cater to everyone, but this quite literally caters to everyone because every film gets a look in. And I really like that, and it reminds me of the animation tour that they used to have where the launch bay now is. And so yeah, I thought I'll go with that. Oh, number 2. Do you want to give a guess to number 2?
Is it food again?
It's food related. I wonder who else on the food today.
Is it a restaurant?
Yes.
Easy pico spills.
No.
Is it sci-fi dine?
No. Think dining experience. Let's raise the roof inside the Hoop-de-doo. I love it.
Charlotte talks about Hoop-de-doo like every week.
So
every week.
You went for the first time January 2020.
Yes, not September.
And I went for the first time September 2018. And I was like, this is the greatest thing ever. Apparently it's the longest running dinner show in America. Well done. I think they do about 3 shows a night, so that'll probably help. But I think the food is fun. You know, it's no airs and graces. They just slam it all down. You can,
the vegan food is good.
Yeah, to be fair, the vegan options are really good.
We're gonna be doing a Hoop-de-doo review,
so I won't talk too much about it, but
keep an eye out for that.
You know, it's a place where you can just go and let loose and have fun and laugh and clap and stamp and holler and sing and eat with your hands if you want to, and sometimes you get pulled up on stage, or someone you know gets pulled up on stage, or an actor will single you out in the crowd, which I know gives some people anxiety.
But we're performers, so we love it.
So I still get anxiety.
I'm always like, don't pick me up.
I mean, I was picked to go on stage for whatever.
Bring in the Canadian dancer! Here she is! All right now, let's see if she can dance.
Who cares?
1, 2, 3, 4!
That's it!
And it's just so fun. And the fact that the way to get there is either by driving or by getting a boat, so you can get a boat from the Magic Kingdom, and then you come in and you see all the water, and like you come in on the water, and it just, there's a whole experience. And if you didn't see it, but when you queue and they open it, they ring the bell and they yell, come and get it, and I'm like, I will. And the seats swivel, like, oh my god, I just can't. It's so fun. And I am someone who loves British musical. I'm someone who works in British musical, and this feels like the American equivalent, but it feels so much fun. I'd love to work. I'd love to work as one of the performers at WDW. I just think it looks so much fun, and all the people have such a good time, and people go again and again and again. Like, it's a tradition for some people, and I just don't poo-poo a poo-poo.
Don't poo-poo a poo-poo. Wise words from Charlotte. 2020.
Phage C 2020. Don't poo-poo it just because it's difficult to get to, or you think, no, I'm not too sure, or you have that fear of not wanting to be pulled up. Because if you don't want to be pulled up, just say no, I don't want to.
Yeah.
But if they're only going to ask you a question, then you know, how fun is it? Like, seriously.
Tis fun.
It's so fun, and you can make such an evening of it. And I know we're going to talk about it, so I'll talk about it more at length, but when the first time I went there, when we were on the way back on the boat, we managed to time it perfectly with the fireworks. And even if you don't like necessarily plan it perfectly, you might be able to see the fireworks as you come out or on the boat, or actually go into the park to see the fireworks, or see the fireworks from like the bus stop at the Magic Kingdom. And it's just really fun, and that's what I really like it. Just really fun. And then my number one.
Number 1.
Do you want to guess? It's not People's Buzz.
With Donald Duck. Just Donald
Just
Duck.
Donald Duck. Always. He is always number 1.
My box! 1 second.
Okay, this is, and it's for nostalgia reasons, because I imagine it probably wouldn't even make 5 on some people's lists. But it is Neptune's water pageant on the Seven Seas Lagoon.
A classic.
At the time of recording, it is still happening. There's always these rumours that it's going to go away, or it's going to disappear, or they're going to do, you know, it's going to be seasonal. But at the time of recording, it's still happening, which was very important in our list, because Annabelle's like, it can't be extinct. So I want to make that clear.
That's gonna be another list. That's gonna be another video.
There's so many lists. It's something that I've always, and I mean like from being tiny, I know it looks like I was never tiny, but I was once. So even when this long noodle was a tiny noodle, I always used to love to watch it, and there was something always so magical, and there still is to me, that I'll be in the room and we'll be at the Grand Floridian and I'll hear the music, and I've never moved so quickly in my life. When I hear this music, I'm like, oh, it's outside!
You just see like the dust on the floor after her. Like,
You hear the do, 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 and I'm like, he's here! And then you like run out on the balcony and you can see it from the balcony, and even if you can't see it, you can hear it, because I've seen it so many times I can like picture it in my mind. But you know, it brings back a lot of memories, and I love it if we were on the boat or the monorail or the bus on the way back and you can catch a glimpse of it. And obviously it just, because it's in the dark, it's like, oh, where is it going to start? Where is it? You can, if you look closer, you can see it.
yeah.
But then like the sea monster appears, and then you're like, what is it? And it's like, do, 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 do. That's what Poor Unfortunate Songs sounds like when it's played, because all the instrumentals are a little bit different. And then it appears, and oh, it's just, then it appears out of nowhere, and then it changes to the American flag, which I can take or leave. I'm not about the salute to all nations, but mostly America part. I love Sam Eagle. If Sam Eagle was like in the middle doing a broadcast,
If you like replaced it, yeah.
I'd be like, yes, it's the actual like character bit that I love. And I think it's such a nice thing to offer as well, because it obviously goes around the Seven Seas Lagoon, so it goes to all the resorts there. And I think that's just a really nice little extra thing that Disney are really good at doing. They just, you know, they supply you with a tiny little bit of extra magic. So just when you think it's over, just when you're about to go to bed, you suddenly, you know, at 9:30 or whatever, because y'all need your sleep.
It takes good sleep to look this pretty in the parks.
I know, it's hard to believe. You know, it's just like that extra thing, and I love it because when we go, it tends to be warm, and the evening is a really great time for me because I don't really like the heat. So it's a nice temperature, and I can sit out on the balcony in my pajamas and enjoy a last little bit of Disney magic. And I'm like, oh, there is no, and then if I can hear the train go doo, doo, in the background, my stomach. Oh my god, your stomach agreed with me there. I'm like,
My stomach was like,
that's like my genuinely my happy place. Like, I am 100% myself and so happy. And I think a lot of people forget about it. And I don't want people to sleep on it or sleep through it.
Wake up!
I love that, and it's something that I've always loved, and I always try and make a point of trying to see it if I can, even if I can only hear it, because you know, your room faces in the opposite direction. And then I did put I have like one clump of honourable mentions.
Okay, list them.
Only because I wasn't sure if they counted, but any after hours events, ticketed events like festivals and parties.
Okay.
So I know that's like everything. Well, I'm not going to list them, but like the events. No, I just meant like as a club.
Oh,
so after hours would be like the Moonlight Magic stuff that we've done for the DVC. The ticketed events would be like the villains thing.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be happening around about now, but isn't because of COVID. The parties, the Mickey's Not So Scary and Mickey's Very Merry Halloween Parade.
Oh yay!
Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, and then the events at Epcot. So the festivals like Festival of the Arts, which is I'm desperate to go to Festival of the Arts. Yeah. But Food and Wine and Flower and Garden and Festival of the Holidays.
Nice.
Just because I think that they're so big, I couldn't pick one out and say that's one, because I love the Halloween party, but then I think about Christmas, and Christmas is my favourite time of the year, and I think that's really magical, and I can't, otherwise my whole list would have just been all of those things. I really like them because even though some of them you do have to pay for them, I do think, like we've said with the Halloween, you can get your money's worth out of them, and I think that we do.
Yes.
The Moonlight Magic is great because it's just like a sign on and go kind of thing. If you're a DVC member, they do these events after hours in the park, and they're free. Well, at the time of recording, they're free. Who knows if they'll change in the future. But it tends to be that there's different merch, maybe some different snacks, there's rare characters out and about, maybe there's like a different show or a different parade. For all of these things, including just like Festival of the Arts and that kind of thing. And so that's really fun. I think it's nice that they put these events on. And obviously people love them because they're still going today. But I think it was too difficult to be like, oh, I love this specific one because I just love them all.
There was a nice little plum.
Yes, so.
Oh, wait, should I guess? No.
See if you can remember.
Number 5 was the chicken dumplings from China at the Food and Wine Festival. Number 4.
It was seasonal.
Was the tree trail at Disney Springs. Number 3 was...
the one you had absolutely no idea existed.
The animation thing.
Wonderful World of Animation.
That's the one at Hollywood Studios. Number 2 was...
the one that I spoke about for ages.
Hoop-de-doo review. And number 1 was...
I literally just mentioned it.
I know.
Come on, Dory.
I do have a bad memory. Number 1 was Neptunes.
Yeah, it's Neptunes Water Pageant.
Cha-cha.
So those are my top 5. I mean, I struggled enough to try and figure out whether I should put certain shows, and it was really difficult because it's such a broad category. But I'm happy with what I did. If you're going in the future or planning on going, I would definitely recommend checking those out, including the chicken dumplings, unless you're a vegetarian, in which case I apologise.
Yeah, don't eat those.
Don't eat them.
Don't do it.
They're also not vegan friendly because they've got chicken in them, so...
so don't do it.
Wouldn't recommend. Just don't do it. Okay, don't break
just
don't break your morals and your principle and your diet for the dumplings.
To the little leaf signs, and you'll be good.
But before we go, t-shirts.
Oh, this t-shirt
and this t-shirt that
the exact same ones we wore in the last video.
The exact same ones. So these are from Childless Millennial Pretzel Shop. We have a discount code that we'll put on the screen now, and
because we're brand ambassadors,
and we'll put it down in the description box. As Annabelle said, we're brand ambassadors.
Yeah, we are.
We are really happy with the t-shirts that we have purchased from them. They're American and we're based in the UK, and they took less than a week to get to us,
and the shipping wasn't expensive.
Wasn't crazy expensive.
I literally think the shipping was just like the normal postage that you get on like UK like shopping sites. So
and they're really great quality. They're really light, so they're perfect for walking around the parks, or just walking around your house because you're in lockdown.
They have some other really wonderful designs as well. They have phone cases, a lounge wear collection. Pretty sure they've got jumpers. They literally have a big range.
But definitely check them out. And if you're going to purchase anything, use our code for 10% off. Because
it's nice to save money.
Who doesn't love 10% off?
Yeah.
But I mean, these are our t-shirts.
Shut up. That sounded like shut up. So that was me saying, ta-da. Shut up.
Shut up. Bye.
Bye.